I think that this is gonna work. I put my little microphone right here. I got the blade. I've got the blade. No. I've got it right here, but I wanted to do a little bit of like I guess a book review slash journal with me. I don't know. I'm feeling the creative spark. I've cleaned my room a little bit. Um I've just been in a bit of a funk lately. I know I probably mentioned this last video. If not, then what? Welcome. Update. I've been in a funk. I've been a stinky little goblin. um, but I wanted to go through a little bit of some books I have. I have the Astro Luna journal, which is basically that is a loud AF bird. Tone it down, please. Anyway, it's basically going through like the different moon cycles, specifically full moon and new moon, in the different signs and stuff, and it gives you an opportunity to write down your thoughts and feelings and to set intentions for that cycle of the moon. And then I have the Goblin Mode Guide to Life book that I got. Sorry, there is a rooster. Okay, we have a carcass of a Suzuki tracker in our backyard that my dad uses for parts. And one of the roosters, and I've never seen them do this before, one of the roosters just hopped right in there and is nesting. Why is it that every time I come out here to film, something has to happen? Oh my god, there's two of them? I didn't even see the second one. Okay, I need to stop getting distracted. Okay, so, yes, what was I talking about? Yes, the Goblin Mode Guide to Life book. Now, I'm going to be honest, this to me seems like one of those shadow work journals. I like it a lot. I haven't gone through everything in it yet, but I've pretty much gone through the beginning half of the book. And basically what it's about is breaking down the kind of toxic mindsets that we're fed about, you know, being clean, being perceived a certain way. You know, the Instagram perfect lifestyle. It's breaking down that and getting you to kind of look and see what you want and not what you think other people should see, if that makes sense. So it goes through things of like hosting your friends, food choices, uh, how your house can look, different things of that nature. Just how do I explain? Um, but it basically is like, hey, it's okay to be like this. What is called goblin mode. I'll read the excerpt from the back. The 2022 Oxford Dictionary Word of the Year is more than a trend. Goblin mode is a way of life. By letting go and chilling out, you're on your way to contentment. In Goblin Mode Guide to Life, you'll explore your existing beliefs about how you should live, work, and see yourself through writing prompts and quizzes. In this book, you'll find thought-provoking prompts, fun quizzes, and inspirational quotes and helpful tips. And I like the way that it's set up. It's kind of set up like if you've ever seen one of those destroy this book books, it's like that. So there are some pages where it's just a whole big thing of quotes, or well, a singular quote, and it's just blown up. So you don't have to write all the time. And it has some, where is the page? It has some pages in here where you can like doodle. Oh, right here. You can doodle like fashion ideas or what is considered like goblin core. We'll put it that way. Like the earthy tones or messy clothes, whatever you want to wear. I'm going for whatever this shirt is, and shorts. And that's it. Because it rained really hard here last night, and I'm not trying to drag one of my skirts through the mud. Not today. But it's got about, I want to say, let's see, one, two, three. Wait. I missed a page. I missed a page. Yeah. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. 7 pages that you can just doodle. So here's what I've done so far. I've kind of been planning out some outfits. I bought this skirt from Earthbound where it's green and it has like kind of like it has a double slit going up both of the legs, and so the front uh, fabric is basically like just a flap. So I really like the way that this sits on me, so I drew that to add that. My little cat purse. By the way, I have not drawn in a while, so this is all a bunch of BS. But hey, it's doodles, and it's okay. Uh, Sometimes you just got to get back into it, and that's what this book is about. Not minding what other people say or what they think, and just doing it for yourself. This one is my favorite doodle right here. I kind of built several different outfits in one. So I have a bunch of these tops from Earthbound. I really like them because to me they help support the chest area for my girlies out there. Um, but I like to pair that with shorts. And I thought, how could I add some like different little accessories to this to make it more goblin core-y, you know? So we've got different textures of different kinds of tights. So we have fishnets right here. We've got kind of like those ripped holey tights, shawls and flannels for, you know, when it's colder outside, probably around October, November-ish, because my legs don't get as cold as my arms do for some reason. And then we've got sneakers with like leg warmers or boots, and then like garter belts or different types of harnesses and stuff. Basically, I want to start playing around more instead of playing it safe. Here, let me show you. Playing it safe, you know, shorts, shirt, you know, just the usual, like, you know, jeans, graphic tees, stuff like that. I mean, they're nice, but sometimes I just want to look a little bit out there so that people will stop, point, and be like, who the heck is that? That's what I want to be sometimes. I'm not like a full on goth per se, like doing the whole makeup and like delving super into the subculture. That's not me. I'm like a rainbow. I'm a wide range. Primarily, I stick to black outfits, but I want to throw different things of like color or textures, just something that speaks to me. And that's what I really like about this book. I've actually had some of these prompts really make me stop and think about what I've been raised to think and what I think other people should see about my life. As you can see already, I basically live in a swampy tractors. I don't even know what to say. It's like my yard's not a junkyard per se, but my dad has a bunch of. Welcome back to the show, Varian. But anyway, my dad has a bunch of part vehicles or things that he works on and stuff around these parts. So my yard is not, you know, the most picturesque thing out there. To me, it's fine. It's what I've lived in for ages. Would I want it to be a little bit different? Yeah, but it doesn't have to be perfect. I live, I succeed, I function, and that's all right. It doesn't have to be some like huge picturesque farmhouse that we live in. And that's okay. Because actually, you know, let's get to a prompt. Let's get to a prompt and talk about it. One of the ones that made me really think about Beep 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 beep. Sorry, it's gonna take me a minute. I've written a lot in the first half of the book. Um, okay, that's telling you what is goblin mode. Do do do. Okay. Yeah. So this is the prompt that I'm going on. This is page 60. Keeping up appearances. Man, can I speak or what? Anyway, depending on how you grew up, you may have a certain idea in mind about what the outside of your home should look like: a manicured lawn, no visible anything, everything perfectly in order. In fact, it's almost as if a perfect home should look like no one lives there. Use the space below to describe your beliefs and your that you're conditioned to the outside. Use the space below to describe beliefs that you're conditioned to think the outside of your home should look. Sorry, I cannot read apparently. But what I wrote was I technically grew up in a junkyard, as I told you. I've got a bunch of rusty old cars, just a bunch of stuff in the backyard, as you can see with these right here. Um, we have pin oaks in our tree. Man, I cannot speak. We have pin oaks in our yard. Their leaves. I don't have an example near me, but their leaves are kind of like these little scrawny, stretched out oval things, and they're really hard to clean up during the fall, and they get everywhere. And my dad, ever since I could remember being little, would always throw a fit about it. And if we weren't outside mowing or doing something with them, he would get upset. But they're so small that it's hard to mow. It's hard to do anything. They almost are like plastic. They won't hardly burn. Um, I don't know. It's very strange. But my dad's always thrown a fit about it. So, growing up, if the yard didn't look a certain way, he would get very angry about it. Um, Meanwhile, flash forward to today, he'll go out to other people, not to air my laundry out to the world, but they really said, stop talking. But, well, yeah, but anyway, he'll go to other people's houses and he'll do their yards and stuff, and he hasn't really been doing our yard. Which I'm fine with. I like seeing the wildflowers because my neighbor has bees, and so they come over here to make honey. Um, and they don't seem to understand that you need flowers when you have bees because they just keep mowing their yard, and I'm like, dude. First of all, first of all, going back to the Goblin Mode book, I love how a wild yard looks. Give me a pathway. Let me walk through the grass. I don't care. Now, yeah, if it gets, to a certain height, that's fine to mow or whatever, but you don't have to keep it at like this level. Like, it doesn't have to be that small. It's quite frankly ugly and disgusting, at least to me. I like seeing the wilderness. I want to see the flowers. Especially to have something for the bees. I want to see that bushy wilderness. It makes my little brain tick, I guess. Um, because there's nothing like running through the tall grass and the flowers. I'll just put it out there. Plus, a lot of the flowers that grow around here are edible. So, for instance, dandelions. I can just go out here and wildcraft and harvest and eat. So, but anyway, going back to that whole debacle about the yard. Um, Growing up, I was told everything had to be in order. But as I've gotten older, within the last 4 years, so since 2020, my dad's just kind of let some things go. And in a way, it's disheartening, but also in a way, it's kind of freeing. Um, because I no longer feel that anger that he would always have towards the yard not being a certain way. But now there's just a sense of sadness because I remember something that he told my mom. He goes and he does other people's yards because he gets paid for it, but he doesn't do our yard because he doesn't get paid for it. Now, I don't know the thought process behind that, but I guess I can understand. I don't know. I'm doing a whole lot of talking, and I don't know if it's making any sense at all. But what other things should I talk about in here? Oh, the goblin hospitality. Now that actually got me to think too, because I never would have people to my house. I would always go to other people's house. I don't. I in all of my years being here at this home, so about 16. Yeah, about 16. Um, I've only had one person stay over, and that was when I was in 6th grade. Yeah. So this really got me to think about why. Because growing up, I thought my yard didn't look right because everybody else's house never looked like this. But I realized that that's okay. You should just spend time with your friends. And that's literally what part of this talks about. Do 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 do. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Sorry, I am not prepared for the pages that I want to talk about. Okay, so basically it's about being not insta ready. That's what one of these pages talks about. And instead just being there for your friends. So having a space where you can just sit and relax and having like a pizza or something and just talking and watching movies. So nothing has to look like this perfect picturesque party. You know, it's not a movie. It's just you and your friends. So you don't have to worry about your yard and how your house looks per se, but just being there in the moment with your friends. And that really spoke to me because growing up, again, it always had to be some way. My mom was always fretting about the house. My dad was always fretting about the yard. Meanwhile, I'm just like, can we just do something, please? Um, so let's look at page 68 together. Perfect host in the making. Think about entertaining in your childhood. Did your parents invite folks to stop by at any time, even if the house was a mess? Did you live in a home that was perfect at all times? Or did you live in like what I live in? A rambunctious place. Think about how your childhood influenced how you see hospitality and having people over. So what I wrote about was I remember houses that seemed stuck in the 80s. So like thick, shaggy, mainly pink or like beige carpets, mix matched not mirrors. Well, yeah, mirrors. Um, little doodads, trinkets, different kinds of shelves, um, and picture frames and pictures, paintings, family portraits, whatever, what have you, and lots of weird, funky lamps. For instance, my grandmother had a clown lamp. That thing used to scare the crap out of me. And we have it somewhere in our garage. No, I'm not bringing it out to show you because I, A, don't have the key to the garage, and B, that thing is creepy. I'm just serious. I'm being for real. That thing is creepy. But yeah, growing up, I remember one year we hosted in the garage, actually. We had a bunch of people, I think from my mom's side and my dad's side, but mainly mom's side over. And we had music, we had a big like grill out, and that's something that we haven't done in a long, long time. And I miss it. I've always told my partner that like when we have our own place, I want to, start inviting people over and stuff. But I think maybe now I should just take the initiative and just start doing it now. For instance, this little space that I'm sitting in right here, maybe I can work with my parents, grab a couple more of these. I know this one's old as hell, but Uh, I can paint it, make it look a little bit nicer if that's what they want. Maybe grab a couple more of them or some other lawn chairs because we made a DIY little pit right here, a little fire pit. Why not have a barn fire, bonfire, and just sit around and talk? So yeah, basically what I'm trying to get at is get this book, or at least, very least, go to Barnes and Noble and flip through it, see if you like it, because I got this from Barnes and Noble. Um, it really has helped me deconstruct a lot of ideas, and I wasn't expecting it to. I really thought it was just going to be like a fun little thing of like you can decorate your room this way to be in the goblin mode, or like get this in order to have this look. That's what I thought it was going to be. But no, it actually is like actively deconstructing um, conceptions that I had as a child growing up, where everything had to be a certain way, even though it technically wasn't. I mean, just to give you an example, bing, that's how it be. Welcome to my life. Anyway, let's move on to the next part of the series video. Um, the Astroluna journal. Tonight is the new moon in Taurus, I believe. And so I have the page. I am so tired of those roosters. I am. I really am. Anyway, I have the page marked. So let's talk about the new moon in Taurus. So here's some keywords that kind of relate to Taurus and Taurian energy: reliability, stubbornness, earth and nature, fixed values, patience, overindulgence, and laziness. That's funny because a lot of these kind of show up here in this book as well. Okay. The new moon in Taurus is a new beginning of a cycle around money and worth. It is also a time for reviewing your finances and planning any changes for the future ahead. It is also a time to reflect on your inner values and priorities and consider whether they are aligned with your actions. You can use this new moon's energy to make your environment safe, serene, and a beautiful place to relax. You can also use this cycle to get in touch with your body and your senses through mindful eating, listening to the sounds of nature, going for a walk and experiencing the wind on your skin, and feeding your eyes with new landscapes. So basically, get out there and get dirty. And that's pretty much what I'm doing right now because I'm getting eaten alive by mosquitoes, and listening to the beautiful crowing of roosters, several of them, in that tracker. It almost fell out. anyway, anyway. Now, I don't know the whole thing about the sign, degree, house placement. I'm not that big into it. So I don't know none of that. I mainly use this as like a reflection, how I'm feeling in the moment kind of deal. And the thing with this journal is what I'm probably going to do when I'm completely finished with it is I'm not going to go out and buy another one. I'll probably just have a different journal and just write some of the prompts and stuff from this journal in that journal, and then just, I don't know why I told you that, but it is what it is. So let's go down here. Set an intention for this cycle and plant a seed of a vision, a dream, or an idea that you want to develop in the days and weeks to come. So I know for sure I want to do growth. I want to stop using my phone to escape reality so much. I also want to get in touch with my practice again. Like spirituality and stuff. Um, And I want to budget, put money back, um, and get healthier food options, not spend so much on leisure, which is funny because with Taurian energy, mainly they're about the finer things in life. My partner is a Taurus, and that is his favorite thing to say. Is he'll always be like, "I want the finer things in life." He says it jokingly, but it is true. Um, him and I both, we just love to spoil each other. But I want to stop spending so much on um, just personal things. I will, however, be buying one thing that will be dropping in a couple of days. It's not a lot of money, at least for me. Um, but it's something that I've been looking forward to for a while now. So I will be getting that. But my plan is to budget around that and put more money back into my savings and then keep like what I need for bills or groceries and stuff, and not delve as much into my savings as I have in the past couple of weeks due to trips or getting some materials for work. I bought some stuff for my partner since he's starting a new job. So, yeah, that's my plan. That's my intention for this upcoming moon cycle. You and me are going to fight one day. We're going to fight. Not really. I would lose. Anyway, affirmation for the new moon cycle. Choose one of the star sign's keywords and write a personal affirmation. An example, I connect with my body and feel pleasure through my senses while I interact with the world. Now, I think that I'm going to keep this in mind because I, for one, I felt very disconnected recently uh, with the earth. Ever since 2020, I've been writing like sorry, it sounded like a dog in my neighborhood got let loose, and my dogs are out here with me, and so I don't want some mishaps going on. Anyway, but I felt really disconnected these past few weeks. I've been on my phone a lot, um, specifically, just talking with people and stuff, and not even people that I really know in person. Just more so, people on Discord and stuff. I need to get off of my phone and be out more. Um, and I haven't planted. Normally, ever since 2020, I every year in spring I starts. I start with tomatoes usually, and some other plants, but I haven't done hardly anything this year. I only just recently planted some sunflower seeds because my job gave them out for Earth Day. So I'm planning on back here. Let me turn you a little bit. So right there is my bedroom window. Um, so what I'm planning on is like right in this area, building, like getting some terraced planters, and then having like lemon balm, mint, things like that, fresh herbs, just straight outside my window. Hopefully that will also keep mosquitoes at bay because I'm getting chewed up out here. There's no safety in these streets. So yeah, I think I'll actually keep this one in mind. Being in touch with my mind and body. So journal prompts and soul questions. We have number 1, reflection. Select one of the keywords. What does it mean to you? What emotions does it bring up? Choose the word that resonates most by attracting or repelling you. Journal on the meaning of that word. What does it represent to you? How do you see it manifested in the world around you? And how do you express it in your life? Plant your positive seeds at the new moon and keep that keyword, your reaction to it, and your affirmation in mind during the coming cycle. This will help you focus on that energy to help you wish or manifest something in your coming life. Values. What is it that you spend your money on the most? Make a list of your core values, then make a list on the top 10 things that you spend your money on after the essentials, such as food and stuff. Are those lists in sync? If they're not, what is the discrepancy? Why aren't you financially supporting your values? And is there anything that you pay for that goes against what you believe? Reflect on these differences and whether you can make an intention to bring them more in line with each other and balance them. Which is funny because I had just spoken about that. I think one of my other things that I'll do is talk to my parents about about paying for garbage the garbage service myself. My dad doesn't want to do it. $73 every 3 months or something like that. But my dad doesn't want to do it. So we've been just taking it ourselves. And that's not working. Because during the summer months, trash left out in the sun does not smell good. I won't go into more detail than that. So, but my dad before has told me that he doesn't want me to do it. But I'm going to bring it up to them and see if I can start paying for that service again. And hopefully recycling too. That's a big contender. I've been very upset that a lot of the things that we've been throwing away recently could be recycled. But I'm also a little bit worried because I've heard recently that a lot of trash services, at least in my area, have not been recycling, but more so just dumping everything together. Don't know if that's true or not. I'll have to look into that. But I would like to start recycling better. And then we have number 3, senses. How do you engage with and nourish your body and your senses? What is your relationship with them? Do you nurture them through beautiful music, nutritious food, by letting your eyes enjoy art or nature? Or does blah, blah, blah. Design a self-care ritual for one of those senses that you think you might have neglected and use the monthly cycle to nourish that part of you. Which is funny because I'm actually setting up a new moon bath tonight. Recently I went to like a little local metaphysical shop and I bought like a little packet of new moon bath salt, and I have a black rose bath bomb from Lush from Halloween that I still have it. So I'm going to put those two together and have a little bit of a bath tonight when I get off of work, which of course is after midnight. So let's hope that I don't fall asleep in the bathtub, because that's not good. I shouldn't. I don't think so. I'm not going to spend too long in there. Just enough to like feel refreshed and rejuvenated. I want to sit and reflect and keep my phone out. I don't want to listen to music or anything. I just want to take the time to just sit with myself and experience myself. I've been getting overstimulated a lot by listening to music. It doesn't really feel the same, if that makes sense. My ears just kind of hurt after a while of listening to it. And it doesn't matter what genre it is. I'm just like, 5 minutes. All right, I'm done with you. I'm done with you. So I think I just really need to sit with myself and be okay with experiencing my thoughts and feelings and really going through it. My thoughts and feelings on those chickens over there is that I want to boot them from here to the next damn county. I've been talking for way too long. It's been 34 minutes. I hope that you enjoyed my little book review, and I hope that it helped spark something with you as well. And since tonight is the new moon in Taurus, I hope that lots of abundance comes your way. And whatever it may be that you desire, rather like just something that aligns with you and like a good self care night, I hope that that comes your way. Anyway, this has been Nowsley Blackheart, and I'll catch you on the next one.